You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by the Sioux Falls Job Fair. That's coming up the tail end of next month. If you'd like to get all the details, you can find that at SiouxFallsJobFair.com. Dan, what you got today?
I can't move ahead until you end your little spiel with New Year, New Career.
Oh, yeah, New Year, New Career.
It's called branding, John.
SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
I'd be all confused.
There you go.
Dan, what you got now?
Hey, happy New Year's Eve, you guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We're going to bed early because we got a Christmas party tomorrow.
We do.
You guys are still doing
Last
Christmas?
one.
Oh, yeah, we're
Last one.
It's like a Christmas party marathon we've been doing.
Holy can moly. All right, let's see who was fortunate enough to be born this day. John Denver.
Oh, yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
Born this day. I still, whenever I trip across it, which isn't very often anymore.
John Dusseldorf.
Yeah, that is actually his birth name. The movie Oh God with George Burns.
Oh, I love that
There's something
movie.
about it. I still
Yeah.
just watch it even.
Yes.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins
Okay.
is Hannibal Lecter is 84 today, and Val Kilmer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I like Val Kilmer.
I know you do, John.
We just watched a movie about him.
Yes, we did. Let's
It's
not
a
go
whole
there.
documentary thing.
Okay, he's 62 today.
Nice.
And speaking of the New Year's thing, it was this day, 1904, the first ever New Year's Eve celebration held in Times Square in New York City. 1904.
Wow.
Yeah, hosted by Dick Clark and a musical performance by Cher.
I love that.
But it wouldn't be till 3 years later in 1907, the first time they actually drop the ball.
And that's made out of, like, crystal.
That's a really big deal. It was 1935. Guy's named Charles Darrow patents the board game Monopoly.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty popular. He would go on to become the first millionaire game designer.
You know, that wasn't even his idea.
Okay, John.
Yeah, well, I watched a whole documentary about
Oh,
He
jeez.
did.
it. I'm sorry.
It's just nice to know you never waste any time.
Oops. Sorry.
In 1946, U.S. President Harry Truman officially proclaims the end of World War II.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so there you go. I know you. There's actually a documentary on the board game Monopoly.
Yeah.
You're not making this up.
I'm 100% serious.
Okay,
It was actually
wow.
fascinating.
I'm sure. Well, you're the only one who ever watched it, so there's really nobody to back you up on this, John. So I'll take your word for it. All right, we can just forge ahead here.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you in part by Sioux Falls Job Fair. New year, new career. I did that for you, Dan.
Thank
You
you.
can learn all about it at SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
In the past year, did you find yourself drinking more often? The stress of the last year had that effect on many people. If you're struggling to get back to normal and get the booze out of your daily routine, there is help. TimeForRehab.com would love to help you find the best option for you. There are many different programs. TimeForRehab.com will do our best to match you up with the program that will work best for your needs. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Time now for a bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. They can beautify and brighten any room with a beautiful light fixture. We're going to brighten your day right now with some positive news. We have the Snow Jam Comedy Festival, 6th annual event. It's January 19th through the 22nd. And I have one of the comedy folks joining me right now, a comedian on the line. I have Jamie Tucker, and she's actually in Sioux Falls. How you doing, Jamie?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
I am fantastic. I was going to say you're from Sioux Falls, but you're really not from here, but you're kind of recently moved here. How long have you been in Sioux Falls?
I've been in Sioux Falls 3 years now.
And you're originally from where?
I'm originally from Florida, of all places.
And the thing that's kind of fun, I love your comedy when you get on stage. You do such a good job connecting with the audience, and you're very relatable. And I think most people who hear you tell jokes can absolutely relate to at least one, if not all of the things that you say, because you're a mother and you're talking about, with things with kids and things with spouses, and it's just very relatable.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks.
And what was it that first got you interested in doing comedy, to get up on a stage and talk to a bunch of strangers like that?
Oh, gosh. So I've always worked in the medical field, and when you work in the medical field, you talk to a lot of different people all day long. So you kind of have to, you're dealing with people on their worst days, and so you kind of learn how to turn that around, maybe give somebody a laugh, and I just got really well practiced at it. And my friends were like, hey, you should totally go to an open mic. So I did back in Florida many years ago, and didn't really stick with it. But then whenever I moved here, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get right back into it again. And then looked for an open mic and found bosses and totally found my family.
And I like that you say family, because that is kind of what the comedy group in Sioux Falls, it does kind of feel like a family, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely, definitely. These guys are all like my best buds. I would do anything for them.
And it's a good group of folks, and there's several local comics that will be a part of the Snow Jam Comedy Festival. And I love the fact that that in addition to the comedy festival and in addition to things at Bosses, you're doing a bunch of really fun comedy events in the area as well. Talk a little bit about what you guys do.
Yeah, so I have a comedy troupe and production company called Prairie Madness, and we do showcases and open mics at Lupulin Brewing, which is in the same complex as Ruby Tuesdays. And we do an open mic every other Tuesday. So, in fact, the Tuesday of the week of Snow Jam, the day before Snow Jam starts, we will actually be having an open mic at Lupulin Brewing that you can totally come to and practice a little bit before the festival.
So the thing that's cool, that kind of almost like extends Snow Jam unofficially one early day, so it'd be like the 18th of January.
Yeah. And I didn't even realize that until I was looking at my events calendar today. I was like, oh, that's perfect. That's great for everybody.
And the thing that's fun, I enjoy going to those, and I always feel bad because there are some people who literally are just showing up to have a beer. They're coming in to talk with a friend, and they're like, oh, hey, comedy tonight. It's fun to watch those people. Isn't it fun to watch their reaction? Because they're like, I wasn't even coming here for this.
Yeah, they're always so surprised. But my favorite part is whenever after they stick around, and then afterwards you're like, oh, my gosh, I'm so glad I stayed and saw you guys.
Yeah.
When is your next show?
Absolutely.
And those are my favorite patrons.
Very, very nice. And again, I think with Snow Jam Comedy Festival, January 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, there's a bunch of different events going on all over the place. The schedule is online at Snow Jam Comedy Fest. The one that we just talked about, the thing that you're doing early, I don't think that's probably on the schedule there, but maybe it should be.
No. Maybe. I'm just kind of advertising it myself as just like a one-off, if you want to come, that'd be great. Because I figure a lot of people will be in the day before to get settled in.
Absolutely.
And that would be a fun thing to do, to meet a couple of comics.
Absolutely. And again, Snow Jam Comedy Festival, January 19th through the 22nd. The tickets are available right now, snowjamcomedyfest.com. Jamie, thank you very much for taking the time to chat. It's always fun to visit with you.
You too, honey. Thank you so much.
Again, Jamie Tucker, one of the local comics that will be a part of the Snow Jam Comedy Festival. It is a fundraiser for Special Olympics of South Dakota. I would love it if you'd get a ticket and come out to one of the events or all of the events. You can get a pass for the whole darn week. All of the details online. Again, the website, snowjamcomedyfest.com. I'm John with a fun comparison. Some puppies are purebred and they cost more. Others are more affordable. And then there are free puppies. Nobody really knows where they come from, but they're free. In the advertising world, it's like that too. There are some super expensive ways to advertise if you can afford it. And there are some free things you've probably tried, but those dogs rarely work. Radio is kind of like that middle puppy. Affordable, will snuggle with you, and hopefully not pee on the rug. Radio advertising. Super affordable, a great investment, and man's best friend. Try it and let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on the final day of the year? When you get done with this, I'm going to give you the rest of the year off, Dan.
That's a fantastic. I think I could use a little me time. Of course, this time of year, what is? Well, it's resolutions. Do people still do that? Yes. Recent survey says a little over 74% of adults in this country plan on doing a resolution. What I find funny about out of that approximately 74%, around 10 to 12% of them say that they will likely fail miserably. Those are the realists in the group. Little history on the resolution thing.
Okay.
Historians trace it back to actually the ancient Babylonians.
Really?
About 4,000 years ago. They were the first to hold recorded celebrations in honor of the new year, which back then actually happened in mid-March when the crops were planted. Then they would have a massive 12-day religious festival known as Akitu.
Okay.
Babylonians either crowned a new king or reaffirmed their loyalty to the reigning king, and they made promises to the gods to pay their debts, return any objects perhaps they had borrowed. Promises would be considered the forerunners of our New Year's resolutions.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's been going on about 4,000 years.
It's a good plan. Do you ever do those, Dan?
I do not.
I do. It's the same one every year.
I
Lose
do
weight. Never do it.
Well, here's the top 10, and they do change a little bit.
Mine's
over the
usually
years.
number one.
At number 10 is read more.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 9, travel more.
Okay.
And number 8, and I would think this would be in the top 3, but no, it's at number 8. Spend more time with family and friends.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be bitter.
7, always in the top 10, quit smoking.
Yeah.
Number 6, save more money, spend less money.
Yeah.
Live life to the fullest. At number 5, that's kind of subjective. Number 4, learn a new skill or a hobby. Number 3, get organized.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Number 2, it's the weight loss thing. And number 1,
was.
which kind of goes along with it, is
better.
Exercise more.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of health
Yeah.
stuff.
I got to do all 10 of those, by the way.
Well, it really
It
depends.
seems to me that it would be pretty hard to fail at the majority of those. A lot of those would take very little effort. The read more, you just read. I mean, it's not
read.
that hard.
Well, it's easy if you do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's having the discipline to do it that's tough.
Like, yeah.
I love to read.
Well, you probably don't need that resolution.
I
then,
don't
Heidi.
need that resolution.
It's always a matter of all this stuff comes under time management.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You think about it.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
do I watch a documentary on the board game Monopoly?
I do.
Or do I go to the
yes.
gym?
Or do I do a sit-up?
It would take me the same amount of time to do the one sit-up.
Well, I'm in the middle of this documentary, so maybe
Too
tomorrow.
far in now.
There's no turning
I
back.
wonder if there's a Facebook group for this.
Probably is.
There is.
I'm in a lot of Facebook groups.
The Life of John. There should be a documentary on that.
I get sidetracked pretty easily. I don't know if you guys know that.
Oh, we know. We're aware.
Oh, well, Dan, if I don't talk to you before then, have a happy New Year's.
Hey, yeah, I'll see you guys 2022. It'd be awesome.
You take the rest of the year off, all right?
Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
See you next year. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. It is brought to you in part by the Sioux Falls Job Fair. You can join us at the tail end of next month at the Sioux Falls Convention Center. It is free for job seekers. If you'd like to have a booth or a table there for a business, reach out. All of the details at SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
Many new students sign up for credit cards that are not very good. Have a conversation about how to properly use credit so they don't learn this lesson the hard way. At BetterCreditCards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Want one that offers points? We have those. Want a card to help you build credit? We have those too. BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, December 31st, 2021. The equities market held firm for the fourth day with the S&P 500 maintaining the fresh all-time high it was set earlier in the week. The action is on light volume and may go nowhere, but bears the hallmark of a larger move to come. If the market breaks out of the upside on the first trading day of the new year, the S&P 500 could rise another 275 points before hitting the next major resistance point. The new year will bring more than just a bullish market with the monthly NFP data on tap. The report will likely show another gain in overall employment. The question is how much. The leading indicators suggest an acceleration of activity in December, so the number could be an improvement over the previous month. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.